It is obvious what kind of life develops out of trying to get your own way all the time. Repetitive, loveless, cheap sex. What is the common statement? I love you, and I want us to just have a feel of what the future will look like. We know we are going to end up getting married, but you see, all those things that are meant for later, we can bring it into now. Let's shrink time. But the Bible says when that happens, it is loveless. Why? Real love can wait. So, sometimes it is not just a desire from young men. I was making a correction when I was teaching the mentorship platform. One of the assumptions about men is that men love sex. So, a young girl, an average young girl has been taught, guys love sex. They love sex. They love sex. So, what do? They build up their sexy nature, not their physique, not their minds, not their spiritual life. That is the only thing they are bringing to the table. That's why they harass their husband or their spouse all the time. You meet me as a virgin. To that virginity, add extra oil. If not, you are still foolish. That thought process is of the devil. That the desire of every man is sex. Are you aware that there are men who love fulfillment? And when you are a woman who is hanging around such men, you must be able to bring something to the table, not just your body. Where I'm going is this. Sometimes in the relationship, it is the guy demanding for sex. But sometimes also it is the girl demanding for sex. She won't say it with her mouth. She communicates it with body language. She's used to it. She was once with a guy that has given her all the feelings of sex. Do you get what I'm saying now? Now she can't stay without it. She comes around a guy. She starts giving him the instruction with her body. When a girl comes to your place, and then, let me give you an illustration. I think about 5-6 years ago or so, a lady visited us in the house. When I say us, because I was living with a group of pastors. We were about 6. We had a very big space. We all were pastors. And I mean the word where. And she came. I just came to visit you guys. She thought I was living alone. They said, Pastor Femi, I'm going to pay you a visit. Okay, all right. Whenever you want to come, let us know. So she came. And I noticed she got to the house around past 5. So I rounded up my own conversation so that at most by 6, you should be on your way out. If you're a girl that can think. So I noticed that by 6, she was not on her way out. You know, when you are talking with somebody as a guest and your host expects you to leave now, one of the things that will happen is that the conversation begins to drag. You become the only one doing the talking. Your host keep quiet. But this girl enjoyed doing the talking. So she was talking for like 2 hours. 7, 8. Then 8:30. Then to 9. So I asked her, what's your plan? When do you want to go? I said, actually, I plan to stay around you guys. As you can see, this place is filled. It is not ideal for a woman because there are people, if you don't teach them, they don't know. If you can't read body language, how do you say you are smart? So sometimes somebody is bringing a report, this and this. What were you also doing at August hours in the house of a man? You watch movies together, then you cover your legs with duvet, and somebody is touching the other person with toes and say, we are doing fine. Both of you put your phone on flight mode. Nobody can call, nobody can visit. Say it's movie evening or movie night. The moment that desire begins to well up in your heart, it is a loveless desire. And scripture also made it clear, whenever that happens, it is always repetitive. You can't stop it now. You have set a law in motion. It will always keep desiring and desiring. Look at what the Bible said in James 1 verse 21. We'll come back to this scripture, but give me James 1:21. James chapter number 1 verse 21. King James translation. Okay, am I right? King James. Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. I love the word. That's the word I wanted to bring. Superfluity of nothingness. It is a well. You keep digging, but you meet nothing. And receive with me. I think I saw something in the Message translation. Can you give me that translation? Let me see it. So through all spoiled virtue and cancerous evil in the garbage, in simple humility, let your gardener God landscape you with the word, making a salvation garden of your life. Are you following what I'm saying now? So you are a young lady. You are dating a guy. Every time he introduces sex to you, every time you end up fondling each other. So now you are with somebody else. What happens? A desire has been triggered in your soul. It's like taking sugar. One of the things your tongue does, if you take sweet things, is that it develops a knowing for a certain concentration of sugar, that if you take something less than that, you don't feel fulfilled. If when you take tea in a teacup, you use 5 cubes of sugar every time, the day you use 3, it doesn't feel sweet. But if somebody else come use that 3, it is sweet. Don't build a taste board around what is wrong. It will keep repeating itself. So go back to that Galatians 5. Then from there we move to Proverbs 6. It is obvious what kind of life develops out of trying to get one way all the time. Get your own way all the time. Loveless, repetitive, cheap sex. Stinking accumulation of mental and emotional garbage. This is a very serious issue. Stinking accumulation of mental and emotional garbage. Sometimes when you expose yourself to certain things all the time, you have a new warfare to fight. You are praying. Pictures of naked women is flashing your eyes. Why? You have given yourself to it consistently. It's a garbage. It is difficult now for some people to see another person and think of anything else apart from their body. And that's why I told you that immorality is the root of poverty. There's no, listen to me, any house, any home where poverty can jump from the first generation to the next generation, check. They get it wrong around the area of women. Any house.